That was fun.
Whistle while you work. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, welcome back, guys. Today we went to the theater and watched Snow White, the 2025 remake version of it. And I'm left with Luca, apparently. And we're here with
Play.
Good. And
I'm Michael. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, that works too. So we're just gonna give our thoughts on what we thought of this classic remade into this version. Well, I think coming out of the theater, we all thought it was not the best thing we saw, but not the worst thing we saw. We all gave it about 3.5.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious.
What our favorite parts of the movie were. Mine, definitely Rachel Zegler. Like, I mean, her voice, her acting. She's also very, very hot.
Can't agree.
Oh, I mean, say I don't know. Honestly, she carried the whole movie in her back. Those 2 stars that I gave it.
Why 2 stars, Mike?
Oh,
What are you saying about my wife?
I didn't mean it like that.
Cut to commercial. Rachel Zegler definitely carried the movie, and I think mostly because of the multiple songs that this movie gave her. Definitely was a highlight overall. Definitely her acting was much better than certain people that we're gonna mention. That
No.
Kalel, no.
yeah, that didn't take too long. So we're talking about Gal Gadot.
Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone else in grave danger. I need you to give me the stone. What happened to it?
I will say the costuming for the Evil Queen was spot on. It looked exactly like the original at some points. However, I think if they would have casted literally anyone else, the movie would have been better. Personally, I think Selena Gomez should have played her just because, she can act and sing. That's my personal opinion. If you attack me, I know where you live.
Cut to a clip of Amelia Perez, please. So Gal Gadot not only has to act in this film, they add the extra layer of having her sing not one, but 2 songs.
When she's transforming, and it's literally a reprise of "All is fair when you wear the crown."
Surprised me, and it did surprise me, not in the good way.
So basically, anyways, you would never know because it all sounds the same. So I watched The Substance. I think we all watched The Substance. So in The Substance, Demi Moore's character kind of looks like Gal Gadot in this film, and ironically, Gal Gadot's best acting is behind the makeup because
We don't have to look at it.
you said it, I didn't. Yeah.
That's crazy. Even her her voice acting just skyrocketed once she was behind the.
It felt like she's much more suited for voice acting than actual acting. No, but then again, she sucked in Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah. For some reason, some miracle, once she was in that costume, it was just.
That wasn't costume. That was a different actor who they dubbed.
Imagine!
They used CGI. Horrible CGI, by the way, to show the transformation. If you know that one Michael Jackson video being like, where like they all switch sexes and races and all that, like all that. Even in a Glee episode, they cover that song. The CGI of them switching to that is way better than this Walt Disney production movie.
Speaking of CGI, the Seven Dwarfs, which ironically, this movie isn't called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's just called Snow White. Yes. So, what do we think of the dwarves? I honestly didn't mind it. I thought it would have been worse.
I really like the dwarves. I really like how they adapted them to screen. However, I do think that they should have casted little people to voice the characters and instead of like popular people like Titus Burgess. I loved him in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, but why is he playing a dwarf in Snow White? Sure, he can sing, but like, and he's playing a white person. What the fuck? He's not white. They whitewashed him. They whitewashed him.
The one thing I was definitely surprised with is the changes to Dopey's character. Ironically, in the third act, which for a movie that is as uncomplicated as Snow White usually is, adding that little character moment was definitely more of a highlight.
I liked it too. Obviously, you can read Dopey's character as an allegory for nonverbal autism, but you can't laugh at that. You're gonna get canceled. I like how they get like instead of like Dopey just like not being able to speak at all, they like go into depth that Dopey's actually scared to speak because Dopey's constantly judged by all the other dwarves. They all make fun of him and all that, and Snow White actually gives him confidence, which not only adds to his character but her character as well because we show her actually being nice and being pure of heart, which proves why she's the fairest of them all, which I thought was a really nice touch.
So the major problem I had with this movie was the mine.
In a mine, in a mine, in a mine, in a mine.
You know, they should have had more rocks in the mine.
Really? It's not like the whole thing was like crystals. They made everything shine, bro.
I will say I do like the lighting scene as soon as she gets out of the dark forest and that, but it still felt too dark.
I like that.
It's like no, because
Well,
even
what?
when it was like bright and shiny, when she's like sweeping the house, it still felt too dark.
Sweeping Witch House, the castle. You mean?
No, like in the dwarf's house, it still felt a little bit too dark. It's like her dress was perfect, but it just like the shadows on her face was just not it because like I could barely see her expressions, and I love Rachel Zegler. I need to see her.
Weird, weird.
Let's go into some more of the songs. What was everyone's favorite song from the movie?
Whistle while you work. I can't whistle.
Bro, enough like
Bro, you were whispering to a ghost like. Playing with that. I don't want to know what you're saying.
Bro, you sounded
said you're gonna have an accident.
you sounded like if Kermit the Frog was all the way in Misfit Games. No, okay, my favorite song was Waiting on a Wish.
That switch, bro. Not even a second.
What about Waiting on a Wish makes you your favorite song?
The fact that it's better than the movie Wish.
The wishes you're not going to grant, you could just give them back.
As much as I really like their rendition of the Hi Ho song, the voice actor for Grumpy and Happy, you can hear the auto tune. And especially with like Grumpy, every single one of his like solos, even in Whistle While You Work. Why does he sound like that?
If you don't hush, I'll take this brush and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Because the song in the original is done in a way that it sounds so much better. And for some reason, I could just feel the auto-tune button turn up to like 100%. And some of the other songs, that wasn't a problem, but that song specifically, I was like, man, you got to do my dwarfs bad like that?
I liked the beginning. It was fun. Then it just kept going. And I was like, okay, this is fun still. Then it just kept going. And I was like, okay. And then it just kept going. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, it's
It just.
the plot itself moved when Snow White's in the castle and then goes out to the dwarves, that happened like within the first 30 minutes, and it was so fast paced. I'm like, wait, am I just enjoying this movie because it's going by so fast, or is this just really weird pacing? And then it just kept on going. I'm like, okay, I'm here for it because I like them adding new stuff in because that way it's like a more of a new experience than rewatching everything over and over again. But it's like I didn't know when it was going to end, and that's what was like kind of taking me out of it.
Yeah, I think part of it too is the voices. They sounded less like 80-year-olds in the retirement home and more like 30 and 40-year-old people, especially when they were singing. I didn't feel the I've been in a mine all day and my back's hurting kind of thing.
My back! Oh, my back!
You didn't finish.
Yeah, and because you cut me off when I was talking about Lin-Manuel Miranda. Okay, so I liked it because it was more classical musical theater.
To just the whole thing.
Later that same evening.
One of my favorite songs from the movie is Princess Problems, mainly because the movie, the song itself is more musical theater esque. And like in the sense of like Rodgers and Hammerstein, it was such a nice breath of air because it went back to classical musical theater and not like this new wave bullshit made by Lin-Man Miranda that's rap. It's like, yeah, he makes good music. He made Moana really good, but also he ruined The Little Mermaid. I will never forgive him for that. Why the hell did you give Scuttle a song and remove the French guy? That's racist against French people, and I hate French people because they can't win a war.
Oh,
Yo.
well, I do agree. I did like The Little Mermaid though, but I do agree. Where's my French chef? What the hell? Le poisson! Okay, no, I'm not going that high again.
I still haven't watched it. Oopsie.
You're not missing much. So the prince in this film is not really a prince. He's a thief. I don't know why. Maybe they thought it was more interesting. Because the prince in the first movie has like 2 shots. Wouldn't call them scenes, and he barely talks, and he just creeps around looking for Snow White. So
Weird. Weird.
That's Hollywood, baby.
that's Hollywood. Weird, weird.
No, but no. On that note, I actually did like the change to make him a thief and just like have that.
It was very nerve.
It felt like a real romance.
Yeah,
That's what I like.
especially with the song "When a Hand Meets a Hand." She literally gives consent, being like, "If you ever come upon me while I'm sleeping, wake me with a kiss."
The kiss felt a little bit awkward.
Well, yeah, because she's dead.
Yes, but still, like you could like show a little bit more of emotion, like maybe caress the cheek and just like a little forehead kiss, because
Well-
the rules didn't say it has to be on the lips.
Pull a Misty in Yellow Jackets with Coach Ben.
Yeah, even that felt like a little bit more emotional. It was something.
Expecting him to wake up with that kiss. I was expecting him to wake up with that kiss.
Yeah. No, but for real, like
Yeah,
something, because it just felt awkward, just like a little.
it also did feel kind of awkward because the man's 31 years old. He doesn't look it. And Rachel Zegler's like 22.
Also, it kind of gives him a reason to go kiss Snow White in the first place instead of just like showing up there and like I'm gonna kiss her because I'm the prince or something, you know.
Asserting his royal dominance.
A little forehead.
Or kiss on the cheek, like this. With the whole bandits, it was a cool addition to the movie, but they also literally added no plot. They did not need to be in it. They were there for like 5 minutes. They disappeared, and they show up right at the end. I'm like, oh, okay. There you are. I was wondering where you went.
Do you guys remember Dr. Crossbow or whatever that guy's name was?
Yeah, the guy who got his crossbow stolen.
His whole character was I have a crossbow. Yeah.
Stolen.
Also, the movie definitely surprised me in the third act because the movie definitely I thought was gonna end 20 minutes earlier, and it didn't. It had like a third act to the third act
Yeah.
because Snow White gets out of her like deep sleep and then she kind of leads a revolt on the castle. She basically was like, "We're gonna overthrow the government."
Which is their legal right. French Revolution there.
One thing I did not understand it's like, okay, uh, the queen cannot go this way because the people are there and they're not gonna let her, go
Yeah.
through. Maybe. She goes back to the castle, but the dwarves are there, like holding there.
Right, and then
She
we don't
still
see what
goes there.
happens.
Exactly. Like, weren't they just holding down the fort? Like that's why they took
Girl,
the castle.
you
She
have
just went in.
Girl, you
How?
have magic.
Yeah. Okay. She basically could have killed literally everyone, but she didn't because she needs to be the fairest in the land. And if she does that, she's not the fairest in the land. But it's stupid because Snow White is already the fairest in the land by default because she's there.
I mean, if she killed everyone, she could be the fairest on the land. I mean,
Yeah, she would because she'd be the only one on the land.
Yeah.
And I'm confused on how breaking the mirror killed her.
I'm guessing it's like the magic just sold it. Like,
It's.
like
I wish we got more kind of a backstory to her.
Yeah.
Like, where does she get her magic from?
I would have liked to see her go more deranged.
Yeah.
Like,
You're the evil queen. Go crazy.
pretty much. Just like, why not kill the huntsman? Just do it.
Yeah. The evil queen from Descendants was more unhinged.
I know.
And she was barely in that movie.
And she was funny.
She wrapped her brother around Maleficent's thing to try to use it as an antenna. That's the unhinged I need.
I'm Snow White. Who are you kidding? She's definitely had work done.
It's not the worst live action remake because that will always go to Pinocchio.
Oh yeah.
Which still have not seen it. Never will. Because I did not know it came out. I did not know it existed. But it's also not the best live action remake, which would have to either be a tie with Cinderella and The Jungle Book.
Ooh, Jungle Book's good.
Hi.
Yeah.
Wait, which? Because there's
The
the
2005, the Lily James one.
not the one with not the one with Brandy, right?
See, that one's not a Disney movie.
That's true.
That's a Rogers and Ham. That's the best Rogers and Hammerstein version. Is the Brandy version? That's my favorite version, besides the Selena Gomez one. But the best Disney it's the live action movies, like the remakes.
Definitely watch this movie with a lot of Brandy on hand.
So it's definitely above The Little Mermaid for me because that, as much as I love Halle Bailey, they should have given her vibrant red hair when she's out of the water because it makes more sense for it to be darker in the water because that's what happens in the water. But when she's out, why doesn't she have vibrant red hair? I need it. They did it to Amber Heard, and she's not even a ginger, and it's Amber Heard.
My dog stepped on a bee. We went to the vet.
Yeah, no, I definitely say that's probably in the middle, and that is solely because of Rachel Zegler, and I love her so much, and I think that I will say I wish she would have played her own original character. That way, she wouldn't have gotten so much hate for it.
She's good. She just needs a PR team.
She has been on it, mainly because she's been mainly promoting her Broadway show that she was on because she was on Broadway, and I almost bought Romeo and Juliet with Kit Connor, which I almost got tickets for.
So what did we learn, ladies and germs?
Germs? What do you call them?
Gentlemen, people.
That we should definitely judge a book by its cover, unless it's Rachel Zegler, because I love her.
I don't know. I like the songs.
Alright.
When poor Rachel Zegler, her back must hurt from carrying this.
Damn. Really bad luck.
No, what do you mean?
She gets cast in West Side Story, blows up because of it, but COVID, and then her co-star gets Ansel Elgort gets SA allegations against him, and then nobody wants to go see the movie, so it bombs. And then her next movie, Shazam, she literally just said, and I agree with her, that she did it for a check. She was like, I needed a job. And I'm like, I stand with you, girl. I stand with you. Next movie, Hunger Games. That movie was a good movie, and it didn't bomb, so that was good. She had good luck with that movie.
And she sang.
Yeah. But then she got dropped from Paddington 3. which I still need to go see in theaters right now because I love Paddington. But Rachel Zegler should have been in it. And then she was in the shitty um Netflix movie with Nicole Kidman. It's animated. It's called Spellbound. And then she was also in Y2K with Limp Bizkit.
I didn't predict it. Just another unlucky Rachel Zegler movie.
He didn't predict it, but he sure was the one who did it.
Ooh, Gadot.
Your Honor,
Luka. Oh. Oopsie.
we could make it a three-way.
You
I feel like we should all take the quiz.
Yeah.
Taking the Disney quiz.
BuzzFeed.
No, Disney one. I like cooking.
Okay.
You like cooking?
Oh, a dragon would be cool.
Favorite weekend activity. Let's see.
The most important thing I look for in a prince is.
Oh yeah, definitely raccoon. It will fit up there because you want to know what? The average male ass can fit up to 2 raccoons, and that's safely. So, smolder, does that mean hotness?
I think it's stone. Yeah, maybe. It's up.
Because I need hotness. I need a hot prince.
I'm definitely Anastasia from Sleeping Beauty because I can't get sleep.
Who? Anastasia?
That's the wrong thing.
And Anastasia was the Russian princess who got murdered.
That's not what I meant.
What is my style?
Mike.
What is mine?
I think yours would be functional.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I would do fun. I live in a. Oh, I want to live in a cottage. Well, we're gonna be living together, so I have to live with a cottage.
No, you can just put whatever. It's your dream. No.
Your dream man.
Mansion. It's 4 p.m. That means it's time to.
Blake really puts the man in mansion.
Have a snack. Ooh, favorite color? Blue.
Red.
I'm Snow White, guys.
Yeah.
I'm Snow White, guys. I'm literally Rachel Zegler. My heart is big and sweet temperament. Allow my friends easily. We bet you have at least 7 BFFs. Just remember, no mysterious apples for you. I'm actually allergic to apples. So yes, that tracks. If you feed me an apple, my prince will make out with me and I'll come back alive.
You'll come.
Back. Come on.
So basically what Blake's saying is he doesn't need a poison apple because you just feed him a normal one. He's on the fucking ground.
Anaphylactic shock.
It's a whoopsie moment. Oh my god, he's dying.
Look, just eat the apple.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really can't eat this apple unless I know it's free of hormones or pesticides.
Oh, that's fair. Yes, I have the apple's paperwork right here. It is here in my...
You have to do it now. You have to see what princess you are.
Hey, I'm reading mine.
Dude,
You're hardworking, talented, and kind. You're not afraid of putting in hard work and getting the job done. Achieve your dreams, and you're almost there. There you go.
can we just say I'm the princess without the boobs? So already?
So you're not Charlotte, so we know that.
Shut up. um favorite weekend activity. I'll just say hanging out with friends. Most important quality looking for a prince is I guess let's just go personality. Which of these your mom. Okay, cool. Sorry. That was not a good mom joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Which is the I don't know.
I think your dad joke right now, but I know that'd be insensitive to you.
Let's go my best. Favorite place to burst into song is probably well, I don't know, on the go. Favorite hairstyle is Long, really long. Someday I want to be a writer. In one word, my style is
Vintage.
yeah, probably. I live in a I live in a treehouse. It's 4 p.m. That means it's time to take a stroll. My favorite color is definitely blue. I'm Pocahontas.
How are you? I'm the native one. How are you Pocahontas?
Because that's called cultural appropriation, guys.
Stop stealing my culture, man.
It's pretty easy.
Have you ever seen the wolf cry from the blue horned moon?
I'm seeing red flag. So you're Pocahontas. You're courageous and open-minded with an inner strength that's steady as the beating drum. Wherever your compass leads you, you'll be ready for the adventure.
It's a shame what happened to you in real life then if you're Pocahontas.
Yeah, did I get by John Smith?
Yeah, well, you're 8 years old and then you get brought up to the new world and you die of diseases, specifically STDs.
So what did we learn today, guys?
Rachel Zeagler is still hot and I'd go straight for her any day.
I'm still waiting here.
Waiting on a wish, holding out for someday, hoping somehow, some way, I can be my father's daughter. I open my eyes and see the girl I'm meant to be. As so bright as he loves the night. Alright, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.
Yeah.
Or else Jojo Siwa will be in the closet. Bye!
She's out of the
Yeah.
closet though.